Jeff Grimm here at BioLounge in Northwest Portland. I wanted to talk a little bit about DNA methylation epigenetic tests for checking biological age. Historically, the tool that we had for assessing biological age was a telomere test. Telomeres are segments of genetic material that are at the end caps of chromosomal DNA that shorten with age, and shortened telomeres are associated with the aging process. Hence, short telomeres usually do not bode well for the trajectory towards lifespan, but also the onset of chronic disease. But now, this year, really in the last few months, there are newer tools available that are largely based on the research of Stephen Horvath at UCLA, along with Morgan Levine, who's now at Yale. And basically what they've done is they've unlocked a genetic code that tells us our biological age, and they validated this in thousands of animal species. But essentially the story goes like this. There are segments of DNA that become methylated, or essentially turned off with age. And sometimes turning off a gene is a good thing, but there are certain segments of DNA called CpG, and these CpG regions, when they get methylated, are associated with age itself. So if you count up the number of methylated CpG units upon a DNA sequence, you can get a sense, actually a very, very good sense of biological age. And this work now is being done to validate anti-aging interventions. So if you put animals or humans on a particular drug to try to extend lifespan, you can look at methylated DNA as a marker for biological age of that organism. So in other words, we now have the world's best tools to assess your true biological age. So somebody could be 50, but maybe they have the biological age of a 40-year-old, or maybe of a 60-year-old, in the case where maybe they have some lifestyle challenges or other chronic health conditions. So I'm going to talk about two companies that we're using now. One is the dnaclocks test, that's dnaclocks.com. This tool has been available for several months now. These retail for about $299, and this test looks at, I think it's about 1,000 CpG units. They're based in Irvine, California, and they've partnered with Morgan Levine at Yale to create their algorithm for looking at your methylated DNA. So I've just submitted my sample for this today, so I'll have the results in approximately 6 to 8 weeks, and I can share with you in a follow-up video. This is an even newer test. This is the index test by Elysium. Elysium is the company that makes nicotinamide riboside, which is purported to be an agent that can extend health and lifespan. And the same company that makes that product is also now in concert with using algorithms based on Steve Horvath's work. They've created a test that can look at, again, DNA, epigenetic DNA methylation to determine your biological age. This is Insight's tool. This is, I think it's also in the $200 to $300 range. I'm not sure what their turnaround time is. dnaclocks test, turnaround is about 6 to 8 weeks, as I mentioned. So this is what you get from Insight. I think currently you have to be a member where you're already receiving shipments of their basis product, which contains pterostilbene and nicotinamide riboside. But basically, it's another tool using very, very similar approach, although there is some variance between the approach of these two companies, which we can get into the nuance of maybe of a different video. So I've submitted this test also today. It's important also that the methodology is slightly different. This test uses a saliva sample, and it gets your DNA from the cells in your mouth, whereas the dnaclocks tool is using it's either a urine sample or a blood sample. I chose to do the finger stick blood sample on the dnaclocks test today. So what will be interesting to see is how these tests differ. I'm also going to be doing a telomere blood test. All three of these companies will spit out a number, which basically gives you your biological age. If people are interested in reversing the aging process, whether they're intermittent fasting, doing fasting mimicking diets, taking drugs like metformin, rapamycin, senolytic therapy like quercetin, dasatinib, or they're exercising more, losing weight, sleeping better, etc., eating better, all the classic interventions that would extend health and lifespan, you now have a tool to see if the efforts you're making in regards to drugs, supplements, or lifestyle are panning out in terms of slowing down or reversing the DNA methylation process. So are you getting younger with age? are you not aging very quickly, or in a worst case scenario, are you aging very quickly, and then you need to discover why. So again, these are two tools that are commercially available. One is the Insight Kit by the company Elysium. The other kit I showed you was the dnaclocks kit, that's dnaclocks.com. You can buy this right now online. So have fun with these tools. They're relatively inexpensive. They're certainly less expensive than checking your telomeres, and you can do this in the privacy of your own home and get a sense of maybe how your body is doing biologically. I hope you like this video. If you like this video and this content, please give us the thumbs up. If you want to interface with me clinically, we are here at BioLounge, our website, BioLounge PDX. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, which is BioLounge PDX. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll look forward to seeing you all again.